Hey friends, it's Kirby here and welcome to Kirbylicious Podcast. This is a space where I bring together two generations, an older voice and a younger voice, to share their lived experiences and wisdom around a topic. But today, it's just me. I've been thinking a lot about the last episode, What Still Matters with Sana and Delaney. And a few things really landed for me. So I just want to share that with you today. And hopefully something here resonates with you too. So let's talk about it. After my conversation with Sana and Delaney, I found myself feeling inspired. Not just what they said, but how they said it. There was so much compassion in both of them. And what really stood out to me is that even though they're from different generations, Sana is 58 and Delaney is 24, they both acknowledge their struggles, their insecurities, their fears. And instead of hiding them, they use them as a way to understand what truly matters to them. And to me, that is such a beautiful reflection of what it means to grow. Listening to Delaney, our younger guest, 24 years old, I saw my younger self, wanting to be liked, wanting to fit in, overextending myself just to feel accepted. I remember chasing validation from my family, friends, work. Even money was a way for me to feel like I belong, to buy things and to show up a certain way so I could be liked more. And then listening to Sana, our elder guest, 58 years old, I saw who I'm becoming. Protecting my energy, protecting my beliefs, not needing to prove myself anymore. And actually learning to enjoy my own solitude. Now, that's the contrast that really made me reflect on my own journey, because there was a moment in my life that everything started to shift. When I moved here in LA in my late 30s, I started to question everything. Why do I want to be liked? What does money actually mean? And who can truly validate me? And that was a big moment for me, because I realized all the things I was chasing before didn't actually matter the way I thought they did. And now, what still matters to me is compassion, self-compassion, and compassion for others. Being able to accept myself without judgment and allowing others to be who they are without needing to change them. But I'll be honest with you guys, even knowing all of this, I still struggle. I still overthink. My mind is always active, always analyzing, always trying to figure things out. But that's where the practice comes in. The practice of being kind to myself, the practice of catching my thoughts and not judging them. And I think for a lot of people right now, the real struggle is finding meaning, understanding, asking these big questions like, what is the point of all of this? What am I doing with my life? And if that's where you are, I just want to say this gently. Pause. Be kind to yourself. Get curious. Instead of looking outside for answers, go inward. Take time to sit with yourself. Do journaling, meditate, listen. Because the answers are not in doing more, they are not in chasing more, they're already within you. So give yourself the space to hear them. And that's very important. And if there's one thing I've learned from this conversation and from my own life, it's this. You know, for me, at the end of the day, what really matters is love. Love yourself to accept that you don't have all the answers. Love yourself to keep showing up for your life. And love yourself enough to let go of expectations that don't align you with who you truly are. I've said this in the podcast many times. Trust the timing of your life. This conversation really reminded me how different we can be in where we are in life and how similar we are in what we feel. And if you're curious to hear more of this episode, please go back and listen to What Still Matters with Sana and Delaney, and it's really worth of your time. But before you go, take a moment to ask yourself this question. What actually still matters to me right now? And if you're comfortable, please share it in the comment section. I will read them and I will reply. Please be gentle with yourself. You don't have to figure everything out today. I'll see you in the next episode. And remember, savor your journey one story at a time.